Good morning, guys. This is Joseph. Hi, allow me to quickly share my story about how me and my wife ended up here in Thailand. We live here in eastern Thailand, in Isan. Excuse my English, please. I'm not an English speaker. Quick note here: if you are from around Surin, this is the immigration office, which was temporarily closed because of the renovation, and now it's reopened. In case you are from here, just to let you know, you don't have to go all the way to the bloody Cambodian border for extension. Well, that's cool. That's just outside Surin city. And worked in England for many years. So I just would like to tell you this quick story. So allow me to tell you the main storyline, which was we were living in the past 15 years. We lived in England, London, as well as we lived in Hungary for a short time. When we were in England with my wife, we tried for a baby, and multiple times my wife got pregnant, but unfortunately all pregnancy ended up in a heartbreak. And then in 2022 we came to Thailand. Our plan was to stay here for 6 months. I had a marriage visa because every year we came for a few months, so I felt like it was better to obtain the marriage visa, and I just had to renew it every year. So I had the marriage visa. The plan was to stay around 6 months, but at this time we were still trying to have a baby, and then she got pregnant here in Thailand, and that was 3 months into our holiday. So we had 3 months left until the return flight. And so the doctor told us that because of the past history of our unsuccess with pregnancy, we are highly recommended to not to go back to the UK. And so we canceled our flights and we stayed. Fast forward, 9 months later, my wife gave birth. Thanks God, gave birth to my son. But so when we got the news that she was pregnant, I was a little bit pessimistic, but at the same time, we talked that okay, let's try to do something here in Thailand, because our dream in the past, let's say 4 or 5 years before that, so it was even before COVID hit, our dream was always to live here. We are very family centric people, especially Thai people like my wife. When we were in England, I did not have my Hungarian family there with me beside my brother, and for her it was very difficult. Same thing was in Hungary. When she came to Hungary, she liked the people there, my family, but the problem was that in Eastern Hungary, most of the people, they don't speak English, so she was alone. She couldn't speak to anybody, so it was very difficult. And at that time I was already studying the Thai language, so if I came here to Thailand, I had an easier route because I could communicate. So yeah, that was the thing. Like, we really wanted to try living here in Thailand. We were thinking about saving up some money, start a business, buy a house, and yeah, we did that. I'm going to make a separate video about financial things, how we can make money here, and all that kind of stuff. But long story short, you know, we dreamed about this. It was risky, but because of the situation of my son, we were kind of forced to take a risk, you know, give up the rat race on the West and come into this uncertainty and give it a shot. And many of you can relate to this, people who are fed up with the Western, you know, consumerist work, sleep culture. Then you feel inside that you want to take a shot, but it's too many things to give up. It's too risky. It's not easy. It's easy to say and very difficult to do it. But it works. Do I get as much money as I would in Hungary or in England? No, I don't at the moment. But I get more than what I expected. So, which is enough for us to have a comfortable life here. Now my son is over 2 years old, and I cannot even think about taking a long flight with him. We don't even want to, but if I just want to take him home to introduce to my Hungarian family, it wouldn't be easy. I mean, it's this 17-16 hours flight, you know, with connection. It's just a little too much for him. He cannot sit still for an hour. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but yeah, let's give him another year or so, and we'll see. My father is not in a good health condition, so I would like him to see my father, you know, in the near future, if it's possible. But regarding to England, I also we have permanent resident status in the UK. But if you are away from the UK more than 5 years without checking in, they're going to cancel that status. So I'm also going to go back, visit my English brothers and sisters there, and yeah, and then we'll come back. But I don't want to give up. I want to stay here. This is a lovely place. The whys. Again, another separate video about why I want to stay. But why, more importantly, why you want to leave is not everyone, of course. I'm not saying like this is England or Hungary is a terrible place or whatever. It is a lovely place. But for me, somehow I always ended up working in a big city, and that's just not for me. Whether it's London, Budapest, even Bangkok, I cannot. Even though our job was not, I was self-employed as a fitness coach, an artist, so I was not born to an office job or whatever, you know, 8 to 5 job. I had the freedom always, but the environment, you know, and the weather was a very, very important factor, and the people were rude. Now, no offense to, again, I love English people. They give me a shot to work in their country. I will always be glad. I'm not talking about them, but because of the stress, the pressure, you can see that people are a little bit more tempered, more stressed out. You know, it's just in the air. You know, if you live there or anywhere in general in the West, in the big cities, you see this rush. Millions of people, but you are disconnected. And I'm from a Hungarian small village. We had a little farm there, you know, a homestead with animals. So a guy like me is never gonna fit into a big city. It's just not how it goes. Here we moved to a smaller town. Small is not that small, 100,000 people live here, but we are a little bit on the outside edge. And you know, you find this place to be very, very compared to the West in general. Very relaxed, very calm. You don't feel the stress. There is stress, I'm sure about it. There is struggle everywhere else. But the culture and the people in general, they are just more chilled, more. I don't know why. It's just, you know, the hundreds of years of culture, the Buddhist religion, you know, the mind control, you know, the think positively, smile, all that kind of stuff. It works here. I never had a problem with anybody here. Personally, everyone is very helpful and friendly. Yeah. So again, this was the story why we left. Again, because of the situation with my son. But if this situation never happened, we were still considering moving here and try. You know, the goal was a long time ago, many years ago, that we're gonna save up some money. We had no idea what to spend on in England. We just worked and that's it. Like, you lived in England saving money for something, but you didn't know for what. But you did not really live in the present. We didn't live in the present. We were, in your mind, we were planning in the future somewhere else, and that's not cool. You want to be present, and that's what we are right now. So we saved up some money. We bought properties here, also rental properties, very cheap. I mean, compared to Hungary or not to mention England, buying a flat or a house is much more affordable. Now it is a little bit pricey, getting pricey, but we had a good fortune finding properties. So yeah, if you are thinking to coming here, I encourage you to give it a try. If you feel like, you know, the stress overwhelming you, come for a holiday first, give it a try. I would also suggest you to try the more traditional places in Thailand, not just go to the south, you know, Pattaya or whatever, where these are holiday areas. Come and try here in Isan or up in the north or wherever, and see the culture, stay with them a little bit longer, understand them, and then you will see if you like it or not. Not for everyone, for sure. It sometimes gets too hot. There's a lot of things that can kill you, like venomous snakes, and you know, the mosquitoes, they really love phalanx. But you know, again, I'm gonna make separate videos about the pros and cons, and what I like about here, what I don't like, because there are things that I don't like, and again, cost of living and stuff like that. But contact me in the comment section if you would like to chat about, if you are planning to move here, and if I can give you any advice. Please you know, text me or send me a private message where I will answer. All right, so that is it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.